we are back with some Oblivion. I am going to run through the second half of the bunch of mods that I have downloaded recently. So first I had to get this big texture pack called QTP3 Redimized, and I'm not sure if it covers everything, but it does make the game look much better. So it's a really nice texture mod. I'm also using a weather mod called All Natural, and I have a mod called Downpour, which will modify the raindrops in the game. So I will link those mods in the description below if you want to check those out. So the next mod is something that I wanted to try out, and it's called the Auroran Helmet. So I was looking up the Auroran armor because unfortunately you cannot wear it in the game. At least I don't think you can. And so I was just looking for a mod that would allow me to wear the Aurora armor. Unfortunately, I was only able to find a helmet. So with this mod, it will be placed on the floor in the Imperial Market District right next to the inn. So it works as it should, but it's just a little bit too big and it just doesn't match with anything. So unfortunately, I'm not going to keep this in my build. It would be nice if there was an armor mod. If there is one that exists, please let me know. The next mod is called Realistic Sprint and Gallop, and this is going to allow you to sprint while on foot and mounting a horse. So it is a godsend, and I've actually installed this mod quite a while ago, but I am now covering it because I have completed my test, and I'm going to say that it works flawlessly. Your stamina bar will drain while sprinting, and the horse has lots of stamina. So when I was testing this thing out, you can sprint for long distances with the horse. I just about cleared the entire Imperial Bridge before running out of stamina. So like I said, it's a great mod. It also works with the horse turning and fast dismounting without any problems. Next is the Clydesdale horses, and you can find these by the Waynet Inn. So there's about 4 of them, and they are all free. So you can go up to them and just mount them right away, and it won't count as stealing. So the last horse that you mounted will be the one that'll travel with you when you fast travel. So I got this mod because I love the look of these horses. They are just more thicker and bigger, and they look very similar to the horses that you see in Skyrim. So these are standalone, which means you can have these alongside your vanilla horses or any other horse mods that you have that change the vanilla horses. So based on the comments that I have read on this mod's page, I assume that these horses are essential because people have made comments saying that they were getting attacked and they just weren't dying. The next mod up is Lights of Oblivion, and it's basically the Oblivion version of Lanterns of Skyrim. So this is going to place lanterns along the main roads in Cyrodiil. So on the mods page, you can actually download a few different versions. I have chosen the Bravil version because, I thought that one looked the best. But the other ones that they have available look quite nice as well. So at night, the lanterns will actually light up. So this is a nice feature, and it's definitely something that I'm going to keep. Next up is the Dread Knight armor, and you have to clear a dungeon to get this enchanted armor set. And because I'm still new to this game and don't really understand the map, I didn't know where it was. So luckily, you can buy an unenchanted replica from the Fighting Chance that's located in the Imperial City. So the armor is modular, and it has 2 different types of helmets. One is an open face helmet and the other one is a closed one. So there aren't many fancy armor mods for Oblivion, and this is the one that stood out to me the most when I was searching for some. So I really like this armor, and it's definitely going to be one that I keep. The next mod up is a dungeon called the Ratcatcher Caverns. It is located west of Way. It is a large cave with tunnels, and it begins with some rats attacking you. Then there's lots of water that you'll actually have to swim through and swim through some tunnels. And there's a bunch of holes in the ceiling to catch your breath, which is really good because the combination of the tunnels and being underwater is going to make things very dark. So after proceeding a bit further, I saw a couple of ogres and a minotaur. So once I defeated them, the dungeon just looped back to the beginning, and there was a locked door at the start, which I guess was supposed to be the door that you know, come back through once you clear the dungeon. But I could not find any path that would lead me to this door, so maybe it was just unused. But overall, I think the dungeon is really good. It's placed in a nice, spot, just a nice hole in the wall, and it's a nice place to crawl through when you're early in the game. The next mod is called Armored Skeletons, and this is going to make the skeletons more diverse. So by default, all the skeletons look exactly the same. So with this mod installed, skeletons will wear armor and helmets, and based on their rank will determine which type of armor that they will wear. So I have a few of these conjure skeleton spells like conjure skeleton hero and guardian, etc. And so when I was summoning these guys, some had blades armor, some had iron and other kinds, and it's working fine for me. So on the mods page, many of the comments say that when they was installing this mod, that they kept getting errors saying that it's not valid or that it simply doesn't work. But I installed this with Mod Organizer 2, and you can see right here that it is working for me. So this is a mod that I quite enjoy, and I think you should try it out. Next is Flame Atronach animation, and this is going to change some of the animations of the Flame Atronach, so they will be similar to the animations that you see in Skyrim. So these animations are actually really good. Unfortunately, the mod is in beta, so only the motion animations are changed, like moving and idle. So the combat with this mod installed is actually really weird. The Atronach will still fight, but it's like really janky. They'll be like laying sideways while throwing fireballs, and sometimes their body like stretches out in a really weird way. So I don't think this mod will ever be finished, and it's a bit sad since this mod is nicely animated with what it has done so far. So that's gonna do it for me. These are some mods that I've recently downloaded for Oblivion. You can find all of them at the Nexus. I will provide the links for all of them in the description below. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.